Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. So we continue reading from our family business. This is 1968 Macmillan Bhagavad Gita as it is. Then, in early 1968, there was a major breakthrough. Srila Prabhupada had completed his new manuscript for Bhagavad Gita as it is and was eager to see it published and distributed. He had developed a friendly relationship with the famous Beat Generation poet Allen Ginsberg and had asked him to use his contacts to find a publisher for the Gita. But Ginsberg's associates felt that Srila Prabhupada's Gita was not commercially viable. Next, Srila Prabhupada gave the manuscript to Rai Ram. Rai Ram took the manuscript to various publishers, but gave up trying after receiving negative responses similar to those of Ginsberg's man. Then Srila Prabhupada gave the job of finding the Gita a publisher to Brahmananda. Brahmananda told me in an interview that he guessed only a Krishna conscious publisher would be interested because on every page of Srila Prabhupada's commentary was something about the devotional service to Krishna. Non-devotee publishers would never find that sellable. Brahmananda said, I had absolutely no faith, therefore, that any publisher would take it. It had no commercial value. Nevertheless, he followed Srila Prabhupada's order and sifted through bookstores and the library to find books on how to get a book like Srila Prabhupada's Gita published. Shri Koranta Mayapur Sashi Ki Jai. Even after all that, however, he still had no idea what to do. Meanwhile, ISKCON produced a record and orders for it were coming in daily. Ramananda would collect ISKCON's mail at the New York temple storefront and take it upstairs to Srila Prabhupada's room for his review. One day a letter arrived from an employee at the Macmillan Company. It contained an order for the Hare Krishna record and a check in payment. Srila Prabhupada told Brahmananda to deliver the record personally to the Macmillan employee and to inform him that he had a Bhagavad Gita manuscript to publish. Brahmananda donned shirt and tie and went off to the Macmillan building, 31 stories high, to deliver the record. The man who had ordered the record turned out to be an accountant who had nothing to do with the company's publishing decisions. But just as Brahmananda finished talking to him and was wondering what to do next, Macmillan's senior editor, James Wade, walked into the accounting office. The accountant was kind enough to introduce Mr. Wade to Brahmananda, who summarily informed the editor that he had a Gita by an Indian Swami to publish. Mr. Wade asked if it was a complete Bhagavad Gita, and when Brahmananda said it was, the editor replied, "Great, our religion department has everything but a Bhagavad Gita. We will publish it." Brahmananda was stunned. This senior editor had just agreed to publish Srila Prabhupada's Gita, sight unseen. Brahmananda remembers racing back to the temple to tell Srila Prabhupada. When Srila Prabhupada heard the news, Brahmananda recounts, he reacted as if he were expecting it. So in February 1968, on the Vyas Puja day of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Brahmananda delivered the manuscript of Bhagavad Gita as it is to the Macmillan Company. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. We continue our study of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 20 and text 149 onwards, 151 as a purport. So I will do 149 and 150 by myself and request your cooperation in 151. 149 Krishnere Swarupa Ananta Vaibhava Apara Chit Shakti Maya Shakti Jiva Shakti Ara. The transcendental form of Lord Krishna is unlimited and also has unlimited opulence. He possesses the internal potency, external potency, and marginal potency. Vaikuntha Brahmananda Gana Shakti Karya Hai Swarupa Shakti Shakti Karyera Krishna Samashraya. The material and the spiritual world are transformations of Krishna's external and internal potencies, respectively. Therefore, Krishna is the original source of both the material and the spiritual manifestations. Text 151. Dashame dashamam lakshyam ashritya shraya vigraham Shri Krishna Khyam Param Dhama Jagadhama Namanitat. Please chant. Dashame dashamam lakshyam Ashritrasya Vigraham Shri Krishna Khyam Param Dhama Jagadhama Namanitat. Vaishnavis. Dasame dashamam lakshyam Ashitrashraya Vigraham Shri Krishnakyam Param Dhama Jagadhama Namami Tat Dashame Dashamam Laksham Shri Krishnakyam Param Dhama Jagadhama Namami Tat Dashame in the 10th canto, Dashamam, the 10th subject matter, Lakshyam, to be seen, Ashrita, of the sheltered, Ashraya, of the shelter, Vigraham, who is the form, Shri Krishna Akhyam, known as Lord Shri Krishna, Param, supreme, Dhama, abode, Jagat Dhama, the abode of the universe, of the universes. Namami, I offer my obeisances. Tat, to him. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam reveals the 10th object, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the shelter of all surrendered souls. He is known as Sri Krishna and he is the ultimate source of all the universes. Let me offer my obeisances unto him. Purport. This is a quotation from the Bhavartha Dipika. Sridhar Swami's commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam 10.1.1. In the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a description of the Ashraya Tattva, Sri Krishna. There are two tattvas, Ashraya Tattva and Ashrita Tattva. Ashraya Tattva is the objective and Ashrit Tattva is the subjective. Since the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna are the shelter of all devotees, Shri Krishna is called Param Dhama. In the Bhagavad Gita 10.12, it is stated, Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan. Everything is resting under the lotus feet of Krishna. In Srimad Bhagavatam 10.14.58, it is stated, Shama Shitaye Pada Pallava Plavam, Mahat Padam Punya Yasho Murare. Under the lotus feet of Shri Krishna, the entire Mahat Tattva is existing. Since everything is under Shri Krishna's protection, Shri Krishna is called Ashraya Tattva. Everything else is called Ashrita Tattva. The material creation is also called Ashrita Tattva. Liberation from material bondage and the attainment of the spiritual platform are also Ashrit Tattva. Krishna is the only Ashraya Tattva. In the beginning of the creation, there are Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu and Shirodakshaya Vishnu. They are also Ashraya Tattva. Krishna is the cause of all causes, Sarva Karana Karanam. To understand Krishna perfectly, one has to make an analytical study of Ashraya Tattva and Ashrit Tattva. Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga Siksharthameka Purusha Purana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sharir Dhari Kripam Buddhirya Tamaham Prapadye Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatam Vande Shri Guru Dinataranam Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Praying for your blessings in the study of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And pray that I become the first listener of the message of Mahaprabhu. And our understanding, our practice of Krishna consciousness, our aspiration, our aim, our goal, purpose in Krishna consciousness should all be aligned in the teachings of Mahaprabhu. No slight deviation should be there from the teachings of Mahaprabhu. And that is what the Sad Goswamis are giving. Exactly same what Mahaprabhu is giving, exactly same the teachings. In this chapter, in fact, the Lord instructs Sanatan Goswami. Previously, we read the Lord instructing Srila Rupa Goswami. So, our practice, purpose, everything should be in line with the teachings of Mahaprabhu. If it doesn't coincide in the teachings of Mahaprabhu, our mood shouldn't be really entertaining it. And the teachings of Mahaprabhu, the Shad Goswamis, they uh, with their heart, Hridayangam, they with their heart they captured the teachings of Mahaprabhu perfectly, and they are giving the same teachings in Guru Parampara, in disciplic succession. And this is what our Acharyas, Prabhupada, current Varga Acharyas, current Varga teachers, they are giving us the same teachings in line with Mahaprabhu. Anything which is outside of the teachings of Mahaprabhu really shouldn't attract our attention much. It's not like it's wrong or something. It's just the bhav doesn't fit in, the bhav doesn't coincide. Just a thought coming to my mind. Recently, we were having some bit of discussion with a sweet devotee, say, and uh, yeah, with a sweet devotee. And in India, um, Mirabai is a personality. I'm sure all of us devotees are aware of her. Now, Mirabai is a personality very loved, surely, throughout India. And whenever it comes of devotion, say, people would call out, like if you ask generally any Indian, three personalities for who took name for when it comes for bhakti or devotion, love. So Mirabai definitely will stand out. Her name will appear. Mirabai, Sant Tukaram, and some others. Mirabai. But Mirabai's mood is not actually in line with the mood of Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Mirabai is, it's not like her devotion is wrong. Devotion is never wrong. Her love towards Krishna is wrong. No, it's not wrong. But just the mood doesn't tie in. The mood doesn't fit in at all with the mood of Brajvasis, with the mood of Mahaprabhu, with the mood of Sad Goswamis. Uh, and our Brajvasis, what they have given is Anugatya Bhakti, to do Bhakti in subservient mood. And that is where there is a clash of mood with Mirabai's mood. Even so much so, there is a clash of mood, what to say, Mirabai, with the mood of Lakshmi Devi, huh, the goddess of fortune, in taking that subservient nature of the Brajvasis. Among the Brajvasis, like Mahaprabhu himself says, na, Ramya Kachit Vargena Upasana, of the gopis, the upasana of gopis is the topmost. So taking that subservient mood, and there that mood doesn't coincide. Mirabai's mood doesn't fit in that mood. So we understand that Mirabai went to Braj as well, in her search for Krishna, in her quest for Krishna, in her love for Krishna, definitely, and she had tremendous attachment for Krishna. But Krishna is in Ekaki Krishna, as in Krishna and me, and no one else, sort of. Hmm. So in that sort of possessiveness was there, but it was a different mood altogether. So she went to Braj in search, in quest for Krishna. But there she had the divine fortune and darshan of our Goswamis. Rupa Goswami says Sanatan Goswami, Jiva Goswami. She had some dialogue with Jiva Goswami, and Jiva Goswami told her that your bhav siddhi, the siddhi of your bhav, would not happen in Braj. Braj is a mood. Vrindavan and like the whole Braj Mandal is a mood of a particular bhav. So your bhav siddhi, the perfection of your bhav, the perfection of your sadhana, or perfection of sadhana is what? To attainment of a bhav, to come to a particular bhav. Without bhav, there is no bhakti, na? Without bhav, there is no bhajan. Krishna is bhav grahi janardana. He accepts the bhav. Hmm. He accepts the bhav. not the externals as such, no. And definitely he accepts the vow. That is why when Duryodhan invited Krishna for a tremendous Sunday feast, real tremendous Sunday feast, he had prepared so many preparations bigger than the Christmas meal what we would be actually preparing in Karuna Bhavan. So Krishna was invited, but Krishna refused. He didn't go. And where did he go? Vidurani, to the house of Vidurji, and from the hands of Vidurani, he was relishing apparently very simple food. What banana? Even what was he relishing? He was relishing the skin of banana. And she, out of her kind of love for Krishna, so enamored by Krishna, she was peeling the skin of banana, giving the skin of banana to Krishna, and the bananas she was leaving it in the plate, say, and Krishna was relishing that. So Bhavgrahi Janardana. So Mirabai, when she entered Braj, her sadhana and her mood, everything was not tying in with the bhav of Braj Mandal. So Jiva Goswami said that your siddhi, sadhana siddhi, the siddhi of your sadhana, the siddhi of your bhav, the siddhi of your swarup, your identity won't fructify in Vrindavan. You better go to Dwarka, because that is the mood you are carrying, and in that mood fine you will find your perfection. So us practicing Krishna consciousness, our efforts, our thought process, our meditation should be in understanding the bhav of Braj Bhakti, in developing that bhav, putting ourselves in that bhav. We are so fortunate that in this Kali Yuga, us devotees practicing Krishna consciousness, very fortunate that yet we have not developed an attachment. Definitely not developed an attachment towards the Lordship, towards Krishna consciousness. But us practicing Krishna consciousness, we have not developed an attachment in the sense like with with matter in that sense. Uh, we are Tatastha Shakti, na? So we are very much prone to be swayed. Hmm. So here we have an opportunity to develop a real strong connection, to develop a real strong attachment towards Braj Bhakti. Understand Braj Bhakti and develop that real strong attachment. And then attachment is the ankur, is the root, is the sprouting seed of bhav. Hmm. And bhav will lead us to perfection. So at least we must pray. We must really, as they say, na, beg, borrow, steal. We must pray fervently, cry, whatever it needs, hmm, to pray to come to a level of at least attachment. Because without coming under the level of attachment, there is no real protection, there is no real help. Just ruchi will not help us. Just practicing bhakti at the level of ruchi. Ruchi could be dipping in, dipping out, dipping in, dipping out. Hmm. Oh wow, lovely retreat, lovely kirtan mela, lovely programs and everything. So it could be when we are there in the kirtan mela, when we are there in the retreat, we are very much relishing, absorbing. But once out of it, we may still be questioning say ourselves. But when we are attached, then okay, then the whole consciousness has to become Vrindavan consciousness, the whole consciousness. And the topmost Mahaprabhu is giving is what? This Vipralamba Bhavna, Seva in Vipralamba Bhav. And the beauty of Vipralamba Bhav, the beauty of love in separation, loving Krishna, Sri Krishna in separation, is what? That in separation, the whole Jagat, the whole universe appears to be Krishna Mein. The gopis, when they were experiencing that separation from Sri Krishna, then the entire universe, everything was uh, Krishna, what Krishna meant to them. Everything was like appearing Krishna. So much so they were speaking to each other and saying, "Oh, look, Krishna has come." Seeing that tamal tree, now the complexion in the form of the tamal tree, they are saying, okay, Krishna is standing. and the branches and things coming out of the tree, or from behind, if a deer or something. Oh, look, he has got the peacock is there, the flute is there. Everything, their whole absorption becomes Krishna. A bit of a mundane thought. See, we can relate, we can somewhat still relate. When a mother and say loses her 5-year-old child in separation, in some in some fair exhibition, or say the child, 5-year-old child, drowns or missing, something has happened. Now throughout the mother, her chitvritti, her consciousness is like always thinking of the child, always thinking of the child, and whatever she sees, hears and all, reminds her of her child. So that much kind of separation we must be developing in our practice of Krishna consciousness. And without mood there is no real bhajan, without mood there is no real sadhana. So everything we pray to be aligned in our in the teachings of Mahaprabhu. Mm, Mirabai is a stalwart devotee, no doubt, uh, but singular, so stalwart devotees say. It can be said that she isn't as such a role model and inspiration for us Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Uh, For us, the way our acharyas did bhakti, that is the path we desire to follow. So, Lord Krishna, well, the sutra is given, or this principle is there in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrta. Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. The Swayam is very interesting. Swayam, na? Krishna is the original Narayan. Is the original Narayan, the pure Narayan, the source of Narayan. We see in Brahma Stuti also Lord Brahma claiming this, and Vyasdev ji throughout in the Vedic literature Sahitya. And Krishna is the Mool Narayan, the original Narayan. Everything manifests from him. So, Ekala Ishvara Krishna Arsav Bhritya. So, Krishna is the, as it says, like the shelter of all surrendered souls. He's the Ashret Tattva, Param Ashret Tattva. Uh, He's the he's the one to be taken shelter of. Uh, He's the Ashray and the Vishay as well, actually. He's the Vishay of our love. Practicing Krishna consciousness is loving Krishna, and he's the object of our love. Hmm? And blessed is that soul who is sheltered. Tremendously blessed is that soul who is sheltered. With this, we see this in society as well. Someone working for NHS or fire department or any other such department, say, when they are working for the department, they are very blessed. They are very sheltered. So us as well, taking the shelter, uh, and Krishna says na to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, Mahatmanas tu mam partha devim prakritim ashrita. So, what is the secret for becoming a Mahatma? The secret is devim prakritim ashrita, taking shelter of the internal potency of Sri Krishna. Krishna says that Ekala Ishvara Krishna Arsa Bhritya. Yes, he is the Parameshwar. Param Dhama, Pavitram Paramam Bhavan, है ना? Param Brahma. So he's the singular supreme personality of Godhead, and we all will benefit a lot when we take shelter of Krishna. And actually, directly or indirectly, everyone is taking shelter of Krishna. Those who are practicing Krishna consciousness, those who are not yet practicing Krishna consciousness, even them, no one is outside of Krishna, na? No one is as such not Krishna consciousness. But here we want to be direct or willingly or lovingly Krishna conscious. Everyone is in a way taken shelter of Shri Krishna. So just to end, a thought to share, say, um, or a question to ask, say, what makes a lotus blossom or a lotus grow? What is it required for a lotus to grow? So, yes, bro. Yeah, sunlight, moonlight also say the environment, proper atmosphere, air and everything. But also what? The lotus has to be on muddy ground. The lotus has to take shelter of water in muddy ground. Now, if the lotus is not taken shelter of the muddy ground, the water in muddy ground, sunlight will be there, air and temperature and everything will be there. But if the lotus has not taken shelter of the muddy ground, the water in the muddy ground, what will happen? The sunlight will burn the lotus. The lotus will get completely burned by that sunlight. Likewise, for us practicing sadhakas, practicing devotees, if we don't take shelter of the spiritual master, mansa karmana vacha, in words, mind, action, spirit, in wholesomeness, we will be practicing Krishna consciousness. We are doing japa, reading, hearing, chanting, everything, but in wholesomeness, if we have not developed an attachment, है ना? Shri Guru Charane Rati. If we are not developing an attachment, then we won't be really blossoming in Krishna consciousness. It's not like okay, um we will be we will be experiencing the heat of the material energy, and we will be getting purified. But the whole purpose of purification is again coming to this development of attachments towards Vaishnavas, towards sadhus, Hari Bhakta, na? Towards devotees, spiritual master, and Lord Shri Krishna. Uh, what is it? Hari Guru Vaishnav Bhagavad Gita. In a neophyte stage, one may just want to what? Oh no, just deities, just me and deities. I go to temple, I take darshan of deities, I take prasadam, fine, I give some donation, and I deal with this. That is a bit of a neophyte stage. We scale up a bit. Hari Guru Vaishnava. No? Then we taking Guru Padasha, taking shelter of a spiritual master, transcendental personality, and our seva should be all in this line. Shishikharata Mapu Sashi Ki Jai. Hari Guru Vaishnava in this line. So on this note, we'll take a pause if there are any questions, comments, or clarifications, or suggestions, or
thank you very much, Prabhu. I just wonder, in the purport, there's one quotation for the 10th canto, and it refers to Krishna Murari. And just from memory, seen a couple of times Krishna, particularly when talking about shelter, this name Murari is used. But if you could maybe explain the meaning of this name.
Mura is the demon. Mura demon. We can see 10, 14, 58. Shamasitaye pada pallava plavam mahat padam punya yasho murari. So Mura demon, and Krishna killed this Mura demon. Different 1458. And the link may be there in the purport itself. So Krishna killed this Mura demon. From memory a bit, this Mura demon was something to do with, was it Lord Brahma? And but Krishna killed the Mura demon, and different demons, they represent also different anarthas. And likewise, Punya Yasho Murare. So one who kills the different anarthas and all. But how will that killing process of the anarthas happen until and unless we take shelter? What does it mention in the word meaning for Murare? Enemy of the demon Mura. So Mura demon, the pastime is not coming to mind for now, say, but perhaps something to do with Lord Brahma, or Krishna killed this demon. Now, in which yuga, which kalpa, what pastime, it's everything is in Nitya Leela happening, say. But essentially, he killed this Mura demon, so Punya Yasho Murare. Na? And in that sense, when we take shelter of Lord Shri Krishna, then kind of that proper purification happens. Now, through Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is telling us what? One of the messages like Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam CC that I am the supreme controller. I am the real authority. I am the real independent controller. But when it comes to mood, when it comes to the mood of bhakti, Krishna is already preoccupied, tremendously preoccupied by the Brajvasis. So this is why Krishna also tells that many places, Bhagavad Gita and elsewhere, that it is not like a direct one-to-one relationship. Hmm. Although he is the source and everything, and yes, he reciprocates, but then Shri Guru is the customized transcendental manifestation of Shri Krishna. Like when we do japa, that is also relationship with Krishna, deities and everything, prasadam and everything. But Shri Guru is a living personality. He's a sakshat living personality. Na? We can see him walk and all, talk and all. So likewise, when we take shelter of that living personality, then the purification, the bhav, the siddhi, everything will come about. It is only when we take shelter. Ours is that taking that initiation, that initiate bit or taking that shelter bit. Only then real purification will come about. Otherwise, not as such. So Shastras, the language of the Shastras is like a bit, to begin with, it seems it is very pratyaksha, as in direct. Krishna is saying, okay, directly take shelter of me and all. But when we study a bit more and when we listen from our acharyas, Shastras are also paroksh, indirect. They are indirect. See, when we study Shastra, Shastra will never come and knock at us. Okay, wake up, read. Like Ishan Prabhu, he woke me up this morning. So, Shastras will never come and make us wake up, say, huh? Japa is there, everything is there. We need a living personality who can hold our hand and actually take us through. So that is Vrindavan, someone holding our hand and making us see Vrindavan. That Brahma Vrindavan is very aprakat to us. But to realize souls, it is prakat Vrindavan is in manifest, and they can show to us when we take shelter of theirs. Does this tie in with your question, Prabhu?
thought, I've heard that there's like, I can't remember how it's explained, like primary and secondary names of Krishna that we're supposed to chant. We chant the eternal names of Krishna, like Govinda or Krishna or Radharaman or whatever, which are referring to Krishna in relation to his devotees, his eternal pastimes. But Krishna also has names that are in relation to the material manifestation. Names meaning like the creator of the material cosmos, etc. And these are not chanted by the devotees. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he's describing this in Jaiva Dharma, this separation between the names. So I'm just wondering, we hear that Krishna only kills the demons in, when he's performing pastimes, in Bhoma Vrindavan for us. And it's Vasudev, Krishna actually does the killing of the demons. But nonetheless, we seem to chant a lot of names of Krishna killing demons. But then also sometimes the names have deeper meanings, like, Keshava, meaning Krishna's everything. So I was wondering if you had anything you can maybe elucidate further on that.
Just on that Keshava, Keshava, so it's like Lord Brahma's name is also kind of, or Lord Brahma's message or his role is also included in this name, Keshava, as a creator, Lord Shiva as a destroyer, and Vishnu as the maintainer altogether. Uh, these names. So yes, as you say, them names, them various names we see in Bhagavad Gita, and like the Jagadishwara, Param Brahma, and furthermore names like that. But these names, they definitely glorify Krishna and they invoke devotion as well amongst us. But when it comes to again our bhav and that mood and getting into the very specific of it, very specific of it. So ours Ishta Dev is what, like Shri Shri Radha Sham Sundar say, or Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Govind Dev Ji, Radha Gopinath Ji. So for our meditation, yes, our entire focus should be on our particular Ishta Dev. And then whenever we hear anything of Krishna or see anything of Krishna, it should actually remind us of our Ishtadev, not in separation in that sense. That okay, he would be whatever, but he's like for our Ishtadev. And this is the beauty now of Madhurya Bhakti. What look uh, in the Govardhan Leela, Krishna is lifting the hill. He's lifting the hill. And what is Mother Yashoda saying? He's saying to Nand Baba, she's saying to Nand Baba in a wife's mood, na? Oh, Nand Maharaj, you hold the hill for a while. Will you please hold the hill for a while? I need to breastfeed Krishna. So her entire absorption is like seeing Krishna, he's my Gopal. I need to look after him. I need to tend him. And Krishna, we see what Krishna when he in the mornings takes bath and everything. Then Mother Yashoda, Nand Maharaj, they put this culture, give this culture to Krishna. Okay, no, before breakfast, first go and take darshan of our Ishdev Narayan and do mantra or prayers and puja for Narayan. So that, but when it comes to like say calling out and dependence and shelter, they always take shelter of Krishna. They always take shelter. So for us as well, in developing that mood, there are many names, tremendous names. In Mukund Mala Stotra, we see so many names coming out and glorifying holy names with different pastimes, with different mood. That is to build our bhakti. But whenever we say again Krishna, pray that we go more specific in that personality and then in that Nitya Lila round that. Krishna is our uh, he's the ashra as well, and he's the vishaya of our love as well, the object as well. Does that help? Okay, so we leave it here. Uh, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki, Shri Kharanta Mayapur Sashi ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitya Gaur Premanandi.